All right, people. Hello, 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 and welcome. Hopefully, you can hear me. I am using something new for the first time, and so I do not know if you're able to hear me or not. So, we're going to just roll with it. Good afternoon, and welcome to another Hair Talk Tuesday with Textures Hair Care. My name is Ashley Ford, and I am the owner and creator of Textures Hair Care LLC and Serenity Naturals. And today, I'm so excited. We are going to talk about our new logo. Yay! All right, so hopefully you're able to hear me. Crossing my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and share this really quick. I meant to have it up already. And hopefully I can see. Yay, I can see. All right. So today we are talking about our new logo. And I think it was in November. It was right before Thanksgiving. I posted like maybe 5 or 6 options of a logo idea that I had, and got your opinion. I think a lot of you chose between B and E. Most of the comments were between those two. And those were my two choices, actually. I was going back and forth with both of those. There were a few that liked the more cursive one. I think that one was either C or D. But most of you chose between B and E. And so I was very excited to know that most of you were thinking like I was, because I really, truly like B. B was my first option, just looking at it after creating it. I was like, I think I really like this. And so I was like, okay, well, let me just ask someone else, because obviously doing it by myself, I wanted to know what you all thought about how it looked. If you were driving down the street, what would you stop, or does it look crazy? And so that was one of the things that went into um, the choosing of the logo. So I know someone had asked me this, and I wanted to explain, even if you don't have this question. But one of the reasons why I chose to do a new logo is back in 2019 when I started. Actually, Textures Hair Care has been in place since 2014. However, I created and put forth all the paperwork in 2019. So technically, it didn't become an entity until 2019. However, I've been operating as Textures Hair Care since 2014. So the reason why I chose to do a new logo is because when we first started, the logo that I had, I liked it. I thought that it was really nice and very representative of kind of where we are. We were edgy. We are edgy, and it was different. And then as we progressed and started to grow and really do different things like Serenity Naturals, which is our hair care line, and then started to do more tutorials, and then we came out with our DVD and then some other things, and it started to just be something. I wanted to do something different. And so it started to make sense to just do a clean slate. And so now going into 2021, and this is our second year in business, technically on paper, I wanted to do something that was just clean, simple, a little edgy, but that you could see. So In addition to that, I wanted to position us for signage because we are eventually going to have a place of business. Right now, I'm out of my house, but we are going to have a salon. So, the purpose of me doing new signage and new logos and things like that, and new positioning, if you've ordered things in the last couple of weeks, you've noticed that we have new product cards. So, all of those things, and trying to position us and to build our brand and make it stronger, I wanted to make sure that our signage was done properly. And in that way, once you get used to seeing it, when you see it on a sign outside of a building, you know exactly who we are. So, the other thing too was that I wanted to make sure that it was original and more like me. I did notice that a lot of people were using that little diamond shape that I had on my logo. Not that that matters, but I wanted to again make it cleaner and sleeker. So that is why we have a new logo. So for those of you who did not answer the questionnaire and didn't see some of the choices and or missed out on our post from yesterday where we showed the logo, I want to go ahead and show you what it looks like. And this is the final product. We are excited to start printing up new shirts and putting it on our business cards. Now, I will tell you, and I'm going to be honest, that I just recently, maybe September ish, ordered new business cards, and I have a whole stack that have not been completed. So I'm sorry, but as a small business owner, I have to use everything at my disposal and not waste money. So I will be using the cards with the old label, old logo on there until they run out, and then you'll see the new one. I know some people are like, who cares? But that, I mean, if you see, you order something, I normally put my business card in there, and so you may see the old logo until I run out of business cards. But yeah, so that is our logo. I hope that you like it. One of the things that I mentioned before was when I posted the choices and actually asking for your help and what you liked and that sort of thing, I wanted you to not just pick what you emotionally felt, but more so like if you were driving down the street and you saw our signage, would you stop or would you inquire, like, oh, what is textures? And then I had a few people ask the question, um, did you mean to leave the E off? And I've gotten this before. I think I mentioned this in another video, but yes, I did mean to leave the E off. There are a lot of textures out in the world. And so, with that being said, I wanted us to be a little bit different. So, I did leave the E off. Now, originally, I had a what they call in French, accent aigu on top of the U, but then I took it off because I was like, you know what? At this point, it is what it is, and there is no E, and that's it. I mean, some people replace the S with a Z, and so we replaced or we took away the E. It still spells out textures. Anywho, so with that being said, we have so many new things coming for 2021, and I wanted to introduce the new logo, reveal it to you all, and then talk about some of the things that we're interested in doing this year. One of those we're doing right now, which is the hair talks, bringing those back. I started doing them in 2018 and I really enjoyed them and then got busy. Things happen and that sort of stuff. So then last year, launching Serenity Naturals, I tried to do a little bit of it, and then there were we did so much last year. Or 2019 was just shows and tutorials and DVD releases and um, doing speaking engagements and those type of things. And so it got to be that I pushed those back as well. That it, um, we're starting it again, and I'm very excited, even though I am insanely busy. And I feel that right now, because everybody's virtual, because we're all at home, that there's less time in the day because I'm trying to juggle being a mom and an entrepreneur and cleaning my house behind three kids and taking care of almost 9 month old. And there's just so many things that I'm trying to juggle at one time. I'm still trying to make time to get content to you every Tuesday. But I have some stuff to talk about. I'm super excited about that. So that's one thing. And we've already started there. The next thing is more tutorials. And one of the ones that is near and dear to my heart, and I've done this at a couple of places in 2019, didn't do it last year because of the pandemic, but was healthy hair on a budget. It is my baby. I love talking to people about how they can save money on products. And I know most people will say, well, wouldn't you just want them to buy yours? Sure. But at the same time, I don't discredit other products as well. I mean, I'm not someone who only uses my product. I use other things too. And I appreciate that some of my clients do the same. And so, with that being said, especially for those who are going off to college or parents who are gearing up for their kids to go to college, I want to make sure that we have a talk about what is out there and that's affordable when you're looking to properly treat and maintain your hair, especially for those who are natural. So that's one thing we're going to do. And I'm going to put that on a schedule. I'm hoping and praying that it will be before the end of February. And it's going to be a Saturday. That class is going to be something that I will ask people to sign up for. And I will figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. Right now, off the top of my head, it may be live. I'm not sure. So that's one thing. And then the next thing is we have a series of tutorials called Mommy and Me. And I did a chain of them um, when we first started in 2019. And so now we're switching over. We're still going to have Mommy and Me, but it's going to be under an umbrella. And that umbrella is called Textures University. I'm working right now to reveal that, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how that's gonna work out. We're basically going to do tutorials. We're going to talk some about what to do, what not to do with natural hair, how to care for your hair. We're going to, learn how to braid. We're going to learn how to style your hair quickly for an engagement. We're going to do a lot of different things, but it's going to be under the umbrella of Textures University. Now, not saying that I'm getting rid of the Mommy and Me at all, because we're still going to do that. And I actually want to get more moms signed up for classes. Maybe we'll do Zoom, maybe we'll do some other things where we're engaging and you actually have your kid with you. The goal that I have is to, once we actually have a location and we're in a place of business, I want to hold classes live there. And so, what I want to try to do with Textures University is to begin to introduce that slowly. So, we're going to do it online until we're able to get together and do it in person. My goal is to help those who aren't, necessarily equipped to do their own child's hair. If you want to save money and you're looking to just do something really quick, I want to try to help you with that. I also would love to help those in the community who have adoptive children who are of a different race, and educate them on exactly what to do with their child's hair, how to do it, how to properly care for it, what to look for when you're looking for products, how to examine your hair to figure out if your porosity is low, high, or even. We're actually going to talk about that during a hair talk series. So there's a lot of different things that I want to do with Textures University. And so that's one big thing that's going to happen this year. So look out for some scheduled classes. Um, right now, because of the pandemic and because the Lord told me to, they're going to be free. So you get free information um, at your disposal, and you get to ask me questions. That's the great and amazing thing about these classes, that I want them to be engaging, where you can talk to me and that sort of thing. So we'll probably will do a Zoom or something like that. Then the last thing that I want to do this year is to round up some ambassadors. So if you're someone who has been using Serenity Naturals for a while and you love it, you tell people about it, I'm looking for someone like you who wants to be a hair ambassador for me. And we can talk about what that entails and the benefits that you will receive for being a hair ambassador for Serenity Naturals. So I'm super duper duper excited about all the new things that are going on for 2021. This is the second week, right, of January. So there's lots and lots to come. Please stay tuned. I thank you guys so much for joining me on Tuesdays. Those of you who catch the lives. If you don't, I hope that you catch the replay. Whether you watch or not, I'm going to continue to do them, and hopefully they will eventually catch on and you will tell a friend, and we will hold classes and you will join. That is my goal. But my vision for textures and Serenity Naturals is to help it to grow. And so if no one's watching, I'm going to continue to talk to this camera, and that is okay. We're going to go from there. I thank you all for joining me. Hopefully you like the logo. Next week, we're going to dive into some things that I really want to talk about. I have been noticing that, and well, it's been going on for a while, but a lot of times, especially clients of mine and people that I know that'll text me, call me, uh, message me on Instagram and Facebook about different questions that they've heard their favorite YouTuber or someone who is not experienced, well, they've experienced natural hair. Someone who's a specialist, they don't specialize in it, they aren't trained, they didn't go to school for it. Give them advice or facts, I would say, because the advice is different. That's your opinion, but facts that are incorrect. And I put facts in air quotes because most of the time it's just gibber, and it's things that maybe work for them, but it's not, it should be a blanket statement. So we're going to break those things down next week. I really am passionate about talking about that because I like to educate people. I don't like to just put information out there without doing my own research. And a lot of people, because they have a platform and social media has allowed them to do that, will put information out that is not true. And then those same people who are listening to that information will sit in my chair and ask me questions, or tell me that this is what someone told them to do and that is why they experienced damage on their hair. So I want to just kind of get rid of all of the myths and advice, or I don't call them false facts, like the president says, fake news, false facts regarding natural hair and how to take care of it and how to maintain it. Most of what you'll notice if you have been natural for a while is that your hair will tell you exactly what it likes and exactly what it doesn't like, and it's very easy to read. It's either going to act like you want it to or it's not. And most times when it's not, it's because your hair is not going to respond well to something that is either over processing it or not enough. And that's just it. And so that's one of the things that's near and dear to my heart. And I think that a lot of times we just go in on product after product and we allow people to, we give people, excuse me, advice to go and purchase things, which, don't get me wrong, everybody has to make money. And I am someone who has a whole product line and I want you to buy it. I really do. However, I'm not going to tell you that if you're someone who has thinner hair, that my product is for you. My product is not for you. Not necessarily all of it. There, my hairdress, I wouldn't suggest that you use that. The point of the matter that I'm saying is everything isn't for everyone. And so the blanket statements that I see people make on Instagram, especially, and on YouTube, I just want to talk about that. I want to break it down for you all so that you're not going into styling your hair or going into buying a product that's not going to do anything for you, and that you yourself will do your own research versus listening to even me. Um, I can tell you what I think and then give you facts because most of the time I'm giving you fact. I'm not, if I don't know, I'm going to look it up. If I don't know, I'm not going to speak on it. If I haven't found it, I'm not going to speak on it. So that's one thing that I will say that I pride myself on. I have sales background, and I was told by someone that I would never make money because I was too honest. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I've made a lot of money. Being honest. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do with you all when it comes to your hair. It's the same principle, and I will not steer from that. So, with that being said, next week we are going to talk through some of those things and just break everything down. I'm going to give you um, information about some of the most common things that you see out there, like the lock method and some other things that you've seen maybe on Pinterest or YouTube or Instagram. And we're just going to talk through them. So I thank you guys for joining me today. And hopefully, you all will come back next week. And I hope you like our new logo. I'm very excited for all the things of 2021. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because I am starting to put more content on YouTube. I went away for a while, and for a minute, I was only putting content on YouTube. Now I'm doing both YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I'm a very busy woman. And in the past, I was only focused on building one or the other. And now, with the help of StreamYard, I'm able to do all three. So I'm really excited about that. So make sure that you follow us on Instagram at Textures Hair Care. Also, follow the Serenity Naturals hair page. It is Serenity Naturals, THC _ if you follow us on Textures Hair Care, you will definitely see it on our page. So make sure that you do that. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for another hair talk. Thank you for joining us for another hair talk. And I hope and pray that you come back next week. My name is Ashley, and I'll see you. Bye bye.